Good morning, students. Last time I had just had online class with all of you, and I found myself and even my class in not proper position. The PDF and video which I had sent you, I didn't found that you all are reading that. So, students, it's my humble request to everyone to read that. If you will not read, then my this hard work will go in vain, and I don't want my hard work to go in vain. So please, students, support me and support yourself. Supporting means supporting yourself. If you will read, then you will make yourself proper. So if you will see over here, example 8, last time I had explained you up to example 7, and even I had said that remainder theorems also help us to find remainder directly without dividing. Here also you can see the same thing has been shown. One, it has been said that find the remainder obtained on dividing. Okay, I am making it a little bit bigger so that you can watch it properly. Yes, find the remainder obtained on dividing px is equal to, okay, px is equal to x cube plus 1 by x plus 1. So when we divide with x plus 1, x cube plus 1, what we do? We simply see this x, okay, and this x cube, the upper one, this x cube, and then we divide x cube with x. What do we get? X squared. So with that x squared only, we multiply both this x and 1. So as you can see over here, it has been written x square. So with x square, x plus 1 is multiplied. So x square into x is x cube, and x square plus 1 is x square. So as it is subtract, so as you can see over here below, minus and minus sign has been changed. In subtract, what happens? Sign changes. So subtracted x cube minus x cube, it has been cancelled. Now since over here it is minus x square and 1, both are unlike terms, so it will not be added or subtracted. So minus x cube, as this below sign is only now the changed sign is only the proper sign. So now as you can see over here, minus x cube, sorry, x square plus 1 has been written, that above 1. So what happens? Minus x square plus 1. Again we will repeat the same process, that is we will be dividing minus x square with x. When you divide minus x square with x, we get minus x. So you can see over here the next number by which it is divided is minus x. So with minus x, when we are dividing, then it becomes minus x into x, minus x square, and minus x into plus 1 becomes minus x. When the sign changes, as you can see, minus x square change into plus and minus x change into plus. So plus minus x square and x square, it has been cancelled. Okay, now this plus x and plus 1 is left. If you will see, it is same as this also, and even you can repeat the same process, that is x will, when divided by x, will become 1, and so with 1, when we multiply x plus 1, we get x plus 1. When the sign is changed, it becomes minus and minus, and x and plus 1 and minus 1 is cancelled, so remainder becomes 0. So what is the remainder over here? Here remainder becomes 0. So now we will move below how by using remainder theorem it is being explained. If you will see, we find that the remainder is 0. When we divide, we find that the remainder is 0. And in remainder theorem, what we keep? We keep the 0 of divisor. When you will be watching today sent exercise solution, there also I have written 0 of divisor gx. Okay, you can name divisor as gx or fx also, that depends, it is like assuming only. So here you can see dividend is px, that is x plus x cube plus 1, and the root of x plus 1, that is also 0 of x plus 1, is x is equal to minus 1. When we equate divisor with 0, then we get root of divisor or 0 of divisor, that is minus 1. So for minus 1, when we keep the value of x as minus 1, then we get the divisor is equal to 0. So 0 of divisor is minus 1 or root of divisor is minus 1. We see that p minus 1 is equal to minus 1 cube plus 1. So minus 1 cube means what? Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. So it will become how much? Minus 1 only. So as you can see over here, it has been written minus 1 plus 1, that becomes 0. So by our remainder theorem also, the remainder comes what? 0. So this is what without doing actual division, even also we can find remainder by using this remainder theorem. Okay. Now here it has been written which is equal to the remainder obtained in actual division. Both are equal. It is not a simple way to find the remainder obtained on a dividing a polynomial by a linear polynomial. Okay. Now, okay, sorry, it is not, it has not been said. Here it has been erased a question. Is it not the simple way to find remainder obtained by dividing a polynomial by linear polynomial? Of course, it is the simple way. Just think, if there is 7 term, 8 term in a polynomial and you have to divide it with linear polynomial or any other polynomial, simply by this method easily we can find it. You can see the place taken by above 1 and below 1. It takes even place also less. Calculation is also less there. So this is the simple way to find remainder. We shall now generalize this fact in the form of the following theorem. Okay. We shall now generalize this fact in the form of following theorem. We shall also show you why the theorem is true by giving you a proof of the theorem. We shall also show you why theorem is true, why it is giving remainder only, by giving you the proof of the theorem. So here below, if you will see, here it has been stated remainder theorem also, and even its proof. You can see remainder theorem. What remainder theorem states or says? That is, let px be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1, and let a be any real number. If px is divided by the linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is pa. Now here this is the linear polynomial, and here it is a dividend px. When dividend is divided by linear polynomial, that is x minus a, then the remainder is equal to pa. What is a over here? A is 0 of the divisor. When we will keep over here a in place of x, then we will getting what? A minus a is 0. So a is 0 of the divisor. So what happens when we divide any polynomial with, by keeping the 0 of divisor in the given polynomial in the place of x, then we get remainder. Now proof. What is the proof over here? Let px be any polynomial with degree greater than or equal to 1. When px is a polynomial with degree greater than or equal to 1, suppose that when px is divided by x minus a, the quotient qx and remainder rx, that is px is equal to x minus a into qx plus rx becomes 0. X minus a is what? Divisor. Qx becomes quotient and rx becomes remainder. So we had read, what we had read? We had read in earlier classes also that dividend, okay, I am writing over here, dividend is equal to what? Divisor into quotient okay, I'm writing over here quotient plus remainder. This is the relation, that is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, so here also px is what? Dividend, this is to be divided, x minus 1 is divisor, qx is what? Quotient, and rx is what? Remainder. Is it clear? Now we will move forward. Since x minus a is 1, since the degree of x minus a is 1, as you can see, degree, it is linear polynomial, so its degree is 1, and the degree of rx is less than the degree of x minus a. The degree of rx, that means remainder, will be how much? Less than the degree of divisor. Students, this keep in the mind, always the degree of remainder will be less than the degree of divisor. If the divisor is linear polynomial, then the remainder should be constant polynomial. Okay, so you can see here it has been written, and the degree of rx is less than the degree of x minus a. The degree of rx is 0, that is constant. Okay, that means rx is a constant, say r, it has been written over here. So for every value of x, rx is equal to r. For every value of rx or of x, rx will become r, that is r is what? Constant. Therefore px is equal to x minus a into qx plus r. Okay, now if in place of x we keep a, then what will happen? Pa is equal to a minus a into qa plus r. Now a minus a is 0, so 0 into qx will become 0 plus r, that means remainder. So what will happen? Pa is equal to r. So in this way we can say, when we keep 0 of divisor in the given polynomial in place of variable, then we get remainder. From here it becomes clear. Okay, students, I had always said that when you are sitting, when you watch even video, that time also be with your book. If you are finding any difficulty in watching the letter, then you can use your book itself. Okay, now we will go further. Up to r we had read. After that, here it has been said, which proves the theorem. Let us use the result in another example. In another example it has been used. Let's see. Find the remainder when x to the power 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. What happens? Here px is equal to x to the power 4 plus x cube plus minus 2x square, as it is given above in the question. Okay, plus x plus 1, and the 0 of x minus 1 is 1. Why? Because when we keep in place of x 1, then 1 minus 1 will become 0. So 0 of x minus 1 is 1. So remainder will become what? P1. What is the 0 of divisor? That should be kept in the polynomial variable. So P1 is equal to 1 to the power 4 plus 1 cube plus, minus 2 into 1 square plus 1 plus 1. So what happens? This becomes 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 minus 2 was 0. So and again 1 plus 1 is 2. So according to our remainder theorem, we got how much remainder? 2. Okay, since here it has not been checked, even you can check this by doing actual division. If you will do, you will find, yes, of course, the remainder is 2 only. So here it is said, so by remainder theorem, 2 is the remainder of x to the power 4 plus x raised to the power 3 minus 2x square plus x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. Now example 10, it has been said, check whether the polynomial qt is equal to 4tq plus 4t square minus t minus 1 is multiple of 2t plus 1. Now, how to check? Of course, here also we will be using remainder theorem. If remainder comes 0, that means this is multiple of divisor. Remainder comes 0 means what? This dividend is multiple of divisor. Like when we divide 28 with 7, then we get remainder 0. 7 for the 28 and 28 cancel, remainder becomes 0. So we can say 28 is multiple of 7. So when remainder comes 0, that means the divisor is or dividend is multiple of divisor. So here you can see it has been done same thing. As you know, qt will be the multiple of 2t plus 1 only if 2t plus 1 divides qt, leaving remainder 0. Now taking 2t plus 1, we have t is equal to minus 1 by 2. How it comes? Just see, 2t plus 1 is equal to 0. Then what will happen? 2t will become, when this plus 1 will go another side, it will become minus 1. So t is equal to minus 1 by 2. So in this way, what we get? T is equal to minus 1 by 2. So this is the 0 of divisor. T is equal to minus 1 by 2 is divisor of 0. So in place of 0 of divisor, so in place of qx, in place of t, sorry, there is variable t. So in place of variable t, we will be keeping what? Minus 1 by 2. Now while keeping minus 1 by 2, what we get? Minus 1 by 2 cube means what? 1 by 8. Here it has been not solved properly. So let's see, 4 into minus 1 by 8. Okay. In second stage, after that plus 4 into minus minus, it will become plus, square is there, so it will become 4 into 1 by 4. Again here it is minus minus plus, so it will become plus 1 by 2. And then after minus 1. And after this you can see 4 to the 8. So here it has been written minus 1 by 2. You can see the second last stage. And here 4 cancel, so plus 1 is written, and plus 1 by 2 and minus 1 is written. So minus 1 plus 1 got cancelled, minus 1 by 2 and plus 1 by 2 got cancelled. In this case, when every got cancelled, then remainder becomes 0. And when remainder is 0, what will happen? So the remainder obtained on dividing qt by 2t plus 1 is 0. So 2t plus 1 is a factor of polynomial qt. That is, qt is the multiple of 2t plus 1. When remainder becomes 0, divisor becomes factor of dividend. And dividend becomes multiple of divisor. I hope you all understood this. After this, there is exercise. As you can see, here it has been said, find the remainder when x is x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 is divided by, in 1 x plus 1, these all are divisor, okay. In number 1, divisor is x plus 1, in number 2, divisor is x minus 2, in number 3, divisor is x, in number 4, divisor is x plus 1, and in number 5, divisor is 5 plus 2x. So what we will be doing, if you will see, with the same PDF I had attached with video, I had sent you PDF also. In the PDF you can see my solved page in 7th and 8th page, okay. So I am going in 7th page. As you can see on your mobile or laptop screen, okay, it is in inverted form, okay. I think in PDF it went in inverted form, okay. No problem, you can invert it and you can see it after inverting, okay. There comes the problem, okay. I'll try to rotate if there is function. No, there is no function of rotation. So you can watch it. by keeping your mobile in non-rotable form. Okay, so auto rotate I am offing, even you can do it off. And when now I will just make it larger, it will become larger, as you can see. So exercise 2.3 over here. As I had said, divisor is this, sorry, dividend is this, and divisor is for the first number gx is equal to x plus 1 is the divisor. I had written also divisor. So what happened, I had written minus 1 is 0 of gxy, because in place of x when we keep minus 1 then it becomes 0. So you can write directly also, or even you can equate it, you can show like that. Here x plus 1, this way x plus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 1 is the 0 of gx. That also by writing you can do it. Now if you will see, minus 1 is the 0 of gx, hence remainder will become what? P into minus 1. So minus 1 cube plus 3 into minus 1 square plus 3 into minus 1 plus 1. So minus 3 and plus 3 got cancelled, minus 1 and plus 1 got cancelled, and it became 0. So what is the remainder over here? The remainder is 0. This we had found it by using remainder theorem. If you will see second question, okay, second question also the dividend in first question all is same only, at the main question only dividend is written. So px is equal to x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 is the dividend, and divisor gx is equal to x minus 1 by 2. So when we keep 1 by 2 in place of x, then we will get 0. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is 0. So I had written 1 by 2 is the 0 of gx. It can be easily known, so I am not writing x minus 1 by 2 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 1 by 2. So directly also you can write it. Hence remainder becomes what? P. In place of x we will be writing 0 of divisor, that is 1 by 2. So P 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 whole cube plus 3 into 1 by 2 square plus 3 into 1 by 2 plus 1. So 1 by 2 whole cube becomes 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. How much it will become? Numerator will be multiplied, and denominator it will be multiplied. So 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. So I written here 1 by 8, as you can see, 1 by 2 cube as 1 by 8. In same way 1 by 2 square means 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, that means 1 by 4. So 3 into 1 by 4 it is, plus 3 by 2 plus 1. So when I will take the LCM of 8, 4, 2 and 1, it becomes 8. When 8 is divided by 8, what happens? The numerator, 8 is divided by 8, then it becomes 1, and we multiply 1 with the numerator 1, that becomes 1 itself. In same way when 8 is divided by 4, it becomes 2, 2 into 3 is 6. When 8 is divided by 2, it becomes 4, 4 into 3 is 12. And when 8 is divided by 1, it becomes 8, and 8 into 1 is 8. So students, what we will be doing is, we will be adding these all. 1 plus 6 is 7, 7 and 12 is 19, and 19 and 8 is 27. So 27 by 8 becomes our remainder. This is how we find remainder by using remainder theorem. If you will see down, again I had explained question number 3. All questions of exercise, this exercise I had solved and sent. So students, you watch the video and do it. If you will watch the video, 50% your work will be done. And after 50%, what you will do? You will be revising it. Weekly once you will be revising by watching your copy. Then what will happen? The percentage will be increased. If the revision goes weekly, then of course it will not take time to understand 100%. So now in question number 3, it is dividend. Already I had said in average it is same. So px is equal to x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, and divisor gx is equal to x is there. So only x is there, so what we will be keeping in the place of variable, so it will become 0. Of course 0. When x will become 0, then this divisor will become 0. So I have written 0 is 0 of gx, that is divisor. Okay, so to find the remainder, what we will be doing, we will be keeping in place of variable 0. Okay, so it is 0 cube plus 0 plus 0 plus 1, so it becomes 1. Okay, here hence remainder becomes 1 when px is divided by gx. So now we will move to fourth number question. Okay, so if you will see over here dividend is px is equal to x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, and the divisor is gx is equal to x plus pi. Okay, so when the value of x we will be keeping pi, then this divisor will become 0, because minus pi plus pi it will become 0. So I had written what? So minus pi is 0 of gx, hence remainder becomes p minus pi. So in place of x we will be keeping minus pi, and it becomes minus pi cube plus 3 into minus pi square plus 3 into minus pi. So when we solve it, it becomes minus pi cube, because minus pi into minus pi into minus pi, it becomes minus pi cube, because when we multiply minus odd times, then the sign will be minus only, and pi into pi is pi square, and again pi, then it will become pi cube. So minus pi cube. In same way, when minus is multiplied even number of times, then it becomes plus. So 3 into pi square, because minus pi into minus pi is pi square. So 3 into pi square I had written. Then after plus minus minus, and 3 into pi is 3 pi, and then after plus 1. So this becomes the answer. The answer becomes minus pi cube plus 3 pi square minus 3 pi plus 1. This is the remainder when px is divided by gx, that is x plus pi. So students, we will move towards next page, where there is fifth number or last number of one solution. You can see it here. Px is equal to x cube, this is the dividend. Px is equal to x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, and divisor gx is equal to 5 plus 2x. So now here I had equated it with 0, because here if I would have written that minus 5 by 2, then many of you might have not understood that how minus 5 by 2 comes. So I had equated. To get the 0 of any polynomial, you have to equate the polynomial with 0. In earlier exercise also I had said. So I written 5 plus 2x is equal to 0. Now when plus 5, if no sign front, that means there is what? Plus. So when this plus 5 comes another side, then it becomes minus 5. So 2x is equal to minus 5, and x is equal to minus 5 by 2. Okay students, so when x is equal to minus 5 by 2, then in that case minus 5 by 2 is the 0 of gx. Okay, when we keep in place of x minus 5 by 2, then you will get 0, because 2 will be cancelled, then plus and minus 5 it will become 0. So remainder will become what? P in place of variable we have to keep minus 5 by 2. So here I had written hence remainder is equal to p times minus 5 by 2 is equal to minus 5 by 2 whole cube plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 square plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 plus 1. So 5 minus 5 by 2 means what? Minus 5 at the numerator, minus 5 into minus 5 into minus 5. Odd times negative sign is there, so it will be minus, and 5 into 5 is 25, and 25 into 5 is 125. So I have written minus 125 by 8. Okay. In same way, here also 5 5 is 25, even time it is minus, so it will become positive. So 25 into 3 it becomes 75, 75 by 4 minus 15 by 2 plus 1. So now we have taken LCM of 8, 4, 2 and 1, that is 8. When 8 is divided by 8, it is 1. 1 into minus 125 is equal to minus 125. And when 8 is divided by 4, it becomes 2. 2 into 75, it becomes 150. In same way, when 8 is divided by 2, it becomes 4. And 4 into minus 15 becomes minus 60. And when 8 is divided by 1, of course, it will become 8. And 8 into 1 is 8. So what we did, we had added all this. You can see 125 and minus 65 both have the same sign, so it will be added, and I had added it. It becomes minus 185, and plus 150 plus 8, it becomes 158. So it becomes minus 27 by 8. So this is the remainder. Minus 27 by 8 becomes the remainder. Students, we are doing hard work for all of you, and it's your time to do the hard work, and so that yes, in home we are also not sitting ideally. We are also doing hard work, and we are preparing for our future, for our institute, for our parents. If you will keep this thinking in your brain, you will never fed up to read at your home, and you will enjoy reading. If you will make a target that one day school will be known by my name and fame, my guardian will be known by my name and fame, my teacher will be known by my name and fame, so I will make my name and fame better, I will make myself better in the subject matter, then you will get positive energy for reading and writing. So with these words, I would like to end up my today's video. Please student, read properly, do all the exercises, example, and prepare whenever there is online class, and sit by preparing, so that when I will be asking you questions, you will be replying. The answer will be on the tip of your tongue. So thank you everyone. Stay at home, obey your parents, and do the work properly. Thank you. We will see in next video. Thank you.